Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are live here from Kentucky Speedway. It is tonight's event for the American Sim Racing League. Join with me in the booth, Todd Chase Jr. here. I'm Adam Chapman, your host for tonight's event. Todd, my co-broadcaster, partner in crime over the last few weeks, done a great job. Todd, welcome to the booth. Welcome to Kentucky as we see a big pile-up happening out of turn 4.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to be here at Kentucky. I mean, we're going to see some really good racing. I mean, first night race of the season, and these night races here at Kentucky are always great no matter what.
Yeah, it's one of the best races, honestly. I actually do. I mean, I really like Kentucky. Do they still go here in real life? I don't think
No.
so, do they? Yeah, I didn't think they did. But I do like Kentucky Speedway. I think it is a very good track, and it's good to see this place still on the circuit. Todd, one of the things that we can kind of expect here early is a pack race. I mean, with this new next-gen car, we're going to see quite a bit of that early.
Yeah, and I mean, on restarts, we're going to see at least 3, maybe even 4 wide for the next, few, about the first 10 to 15 laps, and then it'll all kind of smoothen out, but
Hello,
that's
Judy.
going to be the crazy part tonight.
Welcome, Judy Jenkins, to the broadcast. Checking in over on YouTube. We appreciate you. She's always checking in on YouTube. Pretty cool. She's always supported our broadcast, so pretty awesome to have that. Todd, how'd your day go?
Oh, my day went really good. I know you didn't have the greatest day, being the Eagles had lost.
You know, Todd, I wasn't going to bring up your lines. I wasn't going to say nothing about those sports tonight. You know what, Todd?
Hey, they play tomorrow, so you can't say anything.
I like you, but we're going to have some issues.
Do want to mention that if you are watching our broadcast, go ahead, snap a picture, send it over to our Twitter account. We'll pull you up at some point of this broadcast and shout you out.
Yeah, I'll post a link in the chat. Todd, second race of the season, what we expect here from Kentucky in this next-gen car?
I expect some really good racing tonight. I mean, I actually see a lot of heavy hitters up front, between Dwayne Hunt, Todd Cray, and David Kamara and Jeff Hollingsworth. Those 4 guys, they're really good on these tracks. I look forward to at least one of them 4 to pick up the win here tonight.
Yeah, we'll get our picks here in a few minutes after qualifying and all that stuff, but I do expect this race to be a lot closer, especially early, than what people think. If we go look really at our top 20 only separated by less than 3/10 all the way to the leaders. So that goes to show you how close this race is going to be. Another thing, Todd, early on in this race, tires are going to be a factor. Track temp only 90 degrees, I believe you said it was. So, I mean, tires could be a factor early. One interesting thing, the wind speed's kicking around pretty good. It's over 13 miles an hour right now. So, I don't know if that's going to change too much with these cars. It's just something we've got to kind of keep an eye on. Another interesting thing, Todd, is whenever we get the pit stops, if we get that green flag pit stop coming on pit road from our hotter track temp now to the cooler track temp on that apron, always causes problems no matter what track we're at.
Yeah, and tonight's race is only 125 laps. I could see these guys going maybe 20 laps before about halfway.
That's what I was thinking too, yeah.
Well, halfway is what? Lap 75?
Halfway,
No,
it'd be like 65, or no, 70. Or
70.
No, it wouldn't even be 70.
No.
How long is this race?
Halfway would be like 57.
I don't know, dude. I don't even know.
But I don't know. I can't count tonight either. But anyways, I say these guys would be pitting close to about halfway, so we could actually see some one-stop strategies, maybe even two-stop strategies, depending on if we get any yellows tonight. But it should be a good one for sure.
Also, I just posted in the chat and on our Twitter, like Todd said, go post a picture, upload to Twitter, let us know, we'll show you. I also posted a picture or a link to the ASL website, AmericanSimRacingLeague.com. Of course, we want to thank all of our sponsors here as well. Splash and Go Graphics, not only them, Clocks by Chris for providing the awesome championship trophies that they do. Not only that, we got Infinite Hero. Now they are not a sponsor. It's just a program that ASL supports. We also support it here. Also a sponsor, Max Pappas Inc. MPI. Always a great sponsor there. Butt Kicker as well. Thank you very much. We appreciate all that. It is time for qualifying, Todd. It is time for me to get back over to the big screen because we're not going to do what we did last Thursday. But we're ready to go here in just a few moments here from the great Kentucky Speedway here as qualifying, Todd, underway.
Yeah, I'm currently waiting for my ATVO to quit messing up.
They're fine. David Kamara out on track at 0-2. Actually, I don't know. I'm trading paint stuff. I might want to do that.
Yeah, here we go. Shades of Thursday night all over again.
Telling you, the 0-2 car is out on track, running up on that high side. Going to do this probably here in the first lap. Well, the first out lap anyway. Run up on that high side, probably drop down to the bottom. Yeah, like we're seeing now. In that 0-2 clocked by Christopher Carr. We'll see him go in the turn one this time. Once again, this is David Kamara out on track. Haven't really given David enough love over the past season or so, but good to see him back in here once again tonight.
Another guy out on track is Dwayne Hunt. And actually, this past weekend, I actually watched an official race that Dwayne had run in with our teammate Joe Burchett, and I believe he did pretty well in that race. So I expect Dwayne Hunt to run really well tonight.
There you go. Josh Connors crossing the line. By the way, I want to mention that David Kamara did get walled. Josh Connors top of the board in the 4 car. Dwayne Hunt goes to second.
Yep. Still watching Dwayne Hunt right now. Going to run up by the outside wall. Now coming down into turn 3. Going to basically run the bottom out of turn 4. He's going to cut down to the apron. Let's see what kind of lap he can put in. It will be
definitely better.
Yes, top of the board for Dwayne Hunt.
There you go. Here's Mark
Todd
Jenkins.
Crane out of the board, top of board.
There you go, Todd Cray with a 30.5 flat. So there you go. Ray Polkin goes to 4th. It's Mark Jenkins first lap. Not the greatest. We kind of expected that. 19th on the board. That is right near the bottom, kind of. Out of 21 drivers that have qualified, he is currently 21st. 22 drivers now qualified. So
Trent Ringler to 3rd.
Got a bunch of cars actually out on track right now. I mean, we got multiple cars watching Mark Jenkins, however, working on turn 4, coming to the start-finish line this time. And the number 33, this is his fast lap, by the way, looking for a 32nd time.
Johnny Avila up to 3rd.
Looks like Mark Jenkins is going to jump a little bit. There you go. By the way, Cory Benton out on track. He's just rolling, so we'll check back with him in a minute. Timothy Bates goes 24th. Yes, actually, we'll stay with Timothy Bates. We'll stay with in that 06 car. Multiple drivers out there as well. Patrick Desaulnier also out there. Jason Bonnell goes to 10th. Todd on the board.
Adam Matt's currently out on the track too, running through 3 and 4.
He went to 5th his first lap. Keep an eye on him.
Coming to the line.
Timothy Bates goes to 26. This might be board.
Second.
Yep. There you go. So Todd Cray, Adam Matz 1-2. Here's Patrick Desaulnier in the number 93 Infinite Hero Chevrolet, working through 3 and 4. This is actually his first lap, so probably not going to be the best lap here, but we'll watch his second lap as well.
Man, and I tell you, that paint scheme Patrick runs is pretty cool.
Yeah, I love it. Splash and Go did that one. Did a fantastic job on that paint. That's one thing I will say. They always do a pretty good job.
27th on the board for Patrick Desaulnier for that first lap. Not really what he wanted, but we'll see what he can run here in 3 and 4 for this lap. Coming to the line. Let's see if he can improve.
He does improve. 13th.
To 11th.
Oh, Bentley Glasser?
13th,
yeah,
I mean.
Bentley Glasser 11th, Patrick in 13th. Charlie Woods, Brent Adams just rolling out, looks like, but here's Charlie Woods. Levi Poland, we'll go to Levi Poland real quick. He's coming to the start-finish line for his fast lap. 30.7. Does he move up? Probably going to be around 23rd. So there you go. Qualifying may be about done. Charlie Woods going to try to get this final lap in. Mark Jenkins 29th, by the way. Oh, yeah, I already mentioned that. David Kamara right now the bottom of the board just because he hit the wall coming out of turn 4 is really what messed that lap up. So Charlie going to try to jump up to the top of the board. We'll see. Does he have enough time? 1 second remaining here. Crossing the start-finish line. Going to be tight. He does get it. And Charlie Woods goes to 28th, it looks like. So that's where he will stay. And there you go. In the meantime, here's a look at our starting lineup, Todd, for tonight's race. It is none other than Todd Cray picking up the pole here in that number 21. I believe he's driving the Camaro. Yes. Followed by Adam Mass, the MPI driver, starting second. Row 2, Dwayne Hunt, Johnny Avila, last year's season champion, going to be starting in 4th. Row 3, Trent Ringler, Josh Connors, both of them guys definitely could get a win. Hunter Waters, another guy that could get a win alongside Jeff Hollingsworth in row 4. Mike Trevarthen, Ray Polking. Ray slowly been getting better and better each week as we continue to watch him. Bentley Glasser, Jesse Bunnell in row 6. Patrick DeSaunier in 13th. Jeff Eunice, another guy that definitely could pick up a win, will be starting 14th. Callum McNoll going to be starting in 15th alongside Ricky Williams in the 15 car. Will start 16th. Alongside them, it will be Andrew Sanders and Tyler Saville will be starting in row 9. Row 10, we got Blaine Adams, Darren Clement, both guys definitely capable of having good runs. Jason Mullis, Bryson Tomlinson, another guy that we're going to be watching out for. Levi Poland, definitely going to be watching out for the 91, starting way back in 23rd with James Durr right there alongside him in 24th. Paul Crumera and Stephen Llewellyn going to be starting alongside in 26th. 27th in row 14th, Brad Spindle and Charlie Woods. Mark Jenkins, another fan favorite here in this series. Ron Hollyfoot going to be starting alongside him. In row 16th, it is Timothy Bates, another driver to watch out for, and also Cory Benton, another good driver that we've been kind of watching here lately. David Kamara, the clock's by Christopher 02, alongside Steve Eunice, another good driver that did not qualify, but definitely could have a top 5 night. And last but not least, in row 18, Brett Adams making up the field here in his 35-car field, Todd, as we start to roll here with Todd Cray.
Yep, field's going to start rolling off pit road. You know, I'm actually going to decide to go with Todd Cray as my pick tonight. Be interesting to see what he can do tonight as well.
Todd Cray, good pick. I'm going to go with Hunter Waters to pick up the win in the 7,
That's
just because he's starting 7th. So we'll go with that. Yeah, I like Hunter. I don't know. Well, if Hunter's fried pickles, I had some fried pickles today, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
It wasn't Hunter's, but they was good. It was pretty good. I like fried pickles. Thought you like fried pickles? Or not tomato, but potato, man.
What's that?
You like pickles. I know you're a potato man.
Oh, yes.
You like fried pickles?
I've only had a couple here or there, but they're pretty good.
Not bad. All right, Todd, why don't you bring us to the green here tonight?
All right. Pace lights are off the pace truck.
Yes, sir.
As we go into turn 3 and 4, it will be Todd Cray and Adam Matz looking at the green flag as we come off turn number 4. So waiting for that pace truck to come down pit road. There it goes. Todd Cray and Adam Matz going to be watching. We're waiting. We're still waiting. And still waiting.
Oh, gosh. It's a little green flag.
And green flag is out in the air here at Kentucky.
We are racing live from Kentucky Speedway. 3 wide, Todd up front.
Did not expect this to happen right away going into turn 1.
Side by side to the bottom, it looks like that Todd Cray machine, or I'm sorry, 26 machine. Trent Ringler takes 2nd. Dwayne Hunt takes P1.
Yeah, did not get a good launch there for Todd Cray. He's going to drop all the way back to 5th.
Hunter Waters, Todd goes from 7th to 3rd. Now maybe looking for more. I just noticed that he is in a different paint scheme, by the way, the 7.
Yeah.
Not used to seeing him in the Law number 7 truck or car. I like that. Nice paint.
Dwayne Hunt now basically up 4/10 on the field. I expect him to be running pretty well tonight.
Yeah, Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
For people that don't know, this is basically a mini Daytona in Talladega, Todd. You know that as well as I do. You can run these things full throttle for quite a few laps before you really start to have to lift.
Yeah. Trent Ringler going to sniff the draft here from Dwayne Hunt. Don't know if he's going to try to make a move this time by. He does not. But the thing I'm watching right now is to see how far or how fast Trent Ringler can actually close up to the back of Dwayne Hunt.
We got a battle right here for the 4th or 5th spot. You know what, we'll just call it for all these. The 7, the 63, the 4, the 31, all side by side. Johnny Avila right now on that outside, able to kind of keep that spot in 4th right now. But here comes the 4 of Josh Connors looking to the outside. Kind of surprised to see this outside line really doing what is going. We've seen a couple passes being done up there.
New 5th place, Josh Connors just took that spot over Hunter Waters.
Oh, he just got cut a big break from Hunter Waters. Waters actually lifted. You talk about somebody that needs to be repaid the favor because he's going to lose multiple spots here. That is talking about Hunter Waters. He goes all the way back to P7 and 8, maybe even further back than that. Almost making contact a moment ago with Josh Connors, and luckily noticed that. And as you see him working out turn 2.
Here we go, battle for the lead. Trent Ringler gonna get a good push by Todd Cray into turn 3 and 4. He's gonna be able to clear Dwayne Hunt, and he's gonna lead this lap.
The lap going to be led by the 26 car as we continue to move forward here. It looks like the 21 now. Todd Cray in a different
paint scheme. That was a little close.
Man, all these different paint schemes got me throwing off, Todd. I'm not going to lie.
I know.
I forgot Cray's in that car now.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to see different paint schemes week in and week out, though.
It is definitely good. Another car that has moved up. Well, actually, let's go ahead and talk about the car that's dropped back quite a bit. Down 8 spots right now is Adam Matz. Make that 9 spots.
Yeah, as you see, Patrick Desaunier was able to get around Adam Matz. Now Adam Matz is going to pass Desaunier again and reclaim that 11th spot.
Yeah, Ray
also, Tyler Seville was able to get around Cullum McNichol there for 14th.
You see Tyler right there in the 18 car, that different paint scheme, kind of like an old school throwback. Bryson Thomason back in here, by the way, Todd, running that Exalta paint scheme. Kind of cool to see that scheme. That's different. I like it. Just because it is a different scheme, kind of what we normally see with the Exalta paint. So, pretty cool.
Also, running a different paint scheme tonight is Johnny Avila.
Yeah, bright green. He's easy to see.
Yeah.
I like it.
For sure.
I like it a lot. I like when the paint schemes are easy to see. It makes it easier on us, you know.
He's going to have a good run on Todd Cray going into 1. Goes up to the high side. As now Todd Cray going to look to the outside of Trent Ringler, and he's able to somewhat clear him at the moment, but not fully.
It's going to be close here. Comes to the start-finish line. Todd Cray still has a nose out in front of the 26 as we ride high above the racetrack, looking at the blimp cam. Out of turn 4, 26 going to battle back alongside. Here comes 21, and it will be Todd Cray leading this lap. Second lead change of the night.
Yep, and here comes Johnny Avila with a big push to push Todd Cray further out into the lead. Trent Ringler now drops to 3rd, and he's got more heat coming from the 4 as the 4 will pass him.
Want to mention, by the way, Johnny Avila and that team, all 4 running Chargers now. That's why if you look at the front of his paint or front of his car, it is a different nose compared to the rest of his car as the Dodge Charger. Pretty awesome to see, honestly, if they was able to do that.
Yeah, to me, in a way, it kind of looks like the Camaro from one standpoint.
I think it is. Yeah, I think it is somewhat. I think that's where they got the face like that. Actually, no, it is the Ford normally. But they just changed the nose of it, to make it look like Charger. Pretty cool, though. I like it. Something different.
Johnny Avila going to look to the inside of the 21. Not going to have enough coming out of turn 4. Todd Cray going to lead this lap as now we're on lap number 12.
A lot of side-by-side racing here already in 12 laps. And To be honest, not surprised with this package. That's one
Got
thing.
a yellow.
A little bit further back, you see more cars wrecking behind them. I seen Cory Benton, Charlie Woods, Paul Crummer are all involved. The 13 of Cory Benton has some issues. Here's the replay. Also seen somebody else get involved in this one. Oh, there it was. It was definitely near the Ron Holyfield machine. May have had some help here from the 23. And definitely on his bumper there. And there you go. 23 sends the one around. That was Brent Adams, by the way, making some contact with him. And here's what happened to Charlie Woods and the rest of them that got involved. Really just nowhere to go. Good driving there from a lot of these guys, to be honest.
So yeah,
some as well.
So yeah, I do expect these leaders to come down pit road, knowing it's only 13 laps into this one. But tires, man, it doesn't matter if this track runs during the day or night. Tires can be a big factor at this point.
Kind of like that 76 paint scheme in a way. It's kind of different. I don't really personally like where the numbers really are, but I kind of like it. Anyway, here we go. Oh, a lot of faking going on.
Wow.
Johnny Avila coming down pit road with Josh Connors also coming down.
Dwayne Hunt, I believe.
Jeff Hollingsworth also coming down. I like Jeff Hollingsworth's car, by the way. Haven't really showed it. There you go, the Coast Guard 97. It's a good looking scheme. I like that. Oh, Johnny Avila misses his pit box. He had to back up.
Oh, no.
Yep. So he's going to be kind of towards the back of this field, I would guess. Oh, never mind. He's done it away already. 2 tire stop for the 63 car. So
yeah, it'll be interesting to keep tabs on Johnny Avila.
Stops, by the way, a bunch of them. Only one that took 4 tires that I see was Josh Connors, and the rest of them were just getting damage repaired. And Tyler Staville took tires, but the rest took all 2. So a lot of 2 tire stops.
So I believe these guys stopped basically to get an idea of if we do have a late race yellow to see what this car can do on those 2 tires. And like I said, it's going to be interesting to see how fast these guys that had just pitted can come through the field. So we're working our first caution of the night. 14 laps into this one. Todd Cray is your leader. Trent Ringler running second. Dwayne Hunt running third. Bentley Glasser fourth. Hunter Waters fifth. Michael Trevarthen running sixth. Jesse Bonnell running seventh. Patrick DeSaunier running eighth. Adam Matz ninth. And Ray Polking now running 10th.
Todd, I just got your picture of a Mountain Dew drink.
Yes.
Is it good?
It was good.
Mountain Dew Rise. I seen the Mountain Dew Energies. I didn't know if it was actually that good or not.
You know, and that was the first time actually trying the Mountain Dew Rise. I never knew that they had made those until today, so it was pretty good.
It don't look bad at all. So pace lights are off. Todd, what do you expect here when we get ready to go back green?
Well, as we've seen on our first start, you know, at the beginning of this one, we had 3 wide going into turn 1. I can expect that again.
All right. So let's get ready to see what happens.
Here we are working the back stretch. Pace lights are off the pace truck.
Should be pretty good here. Waiting for the pace truck to drop in here in just a moment.
And like I said, it will be Todd Cray and Trent Ringler bringing the field to green.
Yeah, watch for him to go green a little bit earlier this time, by the way, Todd, when that pace truck drops in.
Oh, 100%.
There goes pace truck.
Green flag.
There you
Back
go.
out in the air.
You're definitely not surprised.
Yeah, and he got a good launch out of turn 4 on that one.
Oh, contact. Big wreck up
There we
front.
go.
26 and the 19 Dwayne Hunt. 26 went back up into traffic. Big wreck. Oh, the 6 involved.
Wow.
Patrick DeSaunier involved. More involved. The 4, the 88. Everybody just piles into it. The big one happens at Kentucky here early. Todd, that literally just took out a lot of big contenders. The 33 involved.
and that's not what some of these guys like Trent Ringler and Dwayne Hunt wanted to have happen here on lap 16 of this one.
Yeah, Dwayne looks like he may be okay. He kind of scathed away from some of this. Maybe a little bit too early to be racing like this. Let's see. Trent Ringler didn't come down. 19 had a run, and it does look like it's kind of a mix of both in a way. Really looks like there's bad communication between both. Adam Mass gets a hard contact, by the way. The 68 of Thomason gets some. I mean, this was. You see the cars piling into this. It's pretty bad right here. Here's another look at Patrick on-board shot. Oh, there's just nowhere to go.
Yeah, and that's usually the worst part of it. When you get into them kind of wrecks.
It's tough.
Here we go. Work at our second caution of the night. And I don't think we're going to see many of these guys. Maybe the guys that were involved in that one coming down pit road.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. A lot of the guys that was involved. I mean, there was a few cars with quite a bit of damage. And honestly, with these cars, Todd, you and I both know, you really don't want to have that happen.
No, and in real life, NASCAR says that these cars are a lot stronger than the current gen cars that we have now, but it seemed like as soon as you touch the wall with these cars, it really gives you more damage than what you're actually supposed to. So I do see damage being a factor here tonight as far as aerodynamics go.
Yeah. So here we go. We'll be doubling back up here in just a couple moments.
Yep.
Not very surprised to see this, Todd. I mean, in a way I am, but that's going to be one of the things with this new package is with the horsepower being so low, kind of got an idea, you know, that a lot of stuff could happen early in these races.
Right. So here we go, work at our second caution. It is still Todd Cray leading the field, Hunter Waters running second, Bentley Glasser now running third, Michael Trevarthen fourth, Jesse Bonnell running fifth, and Ray Polk in sixth. Andrew Sanders now in seventh, Colin McNichol in eighth, Ricky Williams ninth, and Steve Unich now in 10th.
All right.
Pace lights should be coming off the pace truck this time by as there you go.
So we'll be getting ready to go to it here, by the way. And yeah, the pace lights are staying on for at least this lap. Go ahead and mention real quick, Todd, that next week, because why not? We will be running, of course, another race here. I believe it's our double header, if I'm not mistaken. I have to double quickly check. Sonoma in Vegas next week. So that's going to be fun.
Yeah, first double header of the season. And I mean, you couldn't go wrong with any two good racing tracks, you know, Sonoma and Vegas. Like
do you like the double headers?
I kind of do, because they're a little bit shorter, but normally when they do the double headers, they usually choose two good tracks.
One thing I like about it is it kind of shortens the season a little bit too, so these guys don't have to run a full, 10 weeks or whatever. They can just run 8 weeks basically, even though it counts as 2 weeks in that one night. I like that. So why not? I wish more leagues would do double headers, honestly.
Yeah.
Go ahead. And that way it'll allow these guys to get a little bit of off time and stuff like that when they need it. But anyway, what else we got going
on? So that was next week.
We broadcast URL.
Yeah, Tuesday we are at URL.
They will be at Chicagoland.
That'll be a good race,
and
it will be with these cars as well.
Yep.
Wednesday night, we will be with Sim 500. Where are they at?
They might have an off week, but let me double check. I don't think they have an off week yet. I know it's coming up soon. They will be at Homestead. That's right. Okay. And then we go to Texas, and then we have an off week there.
Okay. Red Sox on Thursday night will be at Barcelona.
I'm glad you remembered that.
That'll be a fun race.
Barcelona is fun. And then on Friday night, we'll be at your favorite, Todd.
Michigan International Speedway. For Midnight Thunder.
They had a good race at the iRacing Super Speedway. That was a heck of a race.
Yes, it was.
Mm-hmm. That was one of the best races we've seen all season there.
Yep.
And I did not think that was possible. Not at that place.
No.
The finish was amazing.
So here we go. Pace lights are finally off the pace truck. We're able to double up. Todd Cray and Hunter Waters going to bring the field to green as soon as the pace truck comes down pit road.
Cory Benton checking in on YouTube. I'll read that here in just a second.
Green flag is out in the air. Here at Kentucky, it is Todd Cray with a good launch over Hunter Waters going into turn 1. Hunter Waters going to look to the outside, not going to make a run. Now he's going to fall in behind Todd Cray.
Your pick's first, by the way. Your pick's first, my pick's second. Just want to point that out.
And that's the way it's going to stay.
All right, let's calm down a little bit. Cory Benton, by the way, checking in. I love impatient drivers, and these cars are made of paper mache. There you go.
There we go. Todd Cray was able to hold off Hunter Waters for that lap, but now Hunter Waters has got a challenge from the 24, Bentley Glasser, down the backstretch.
Glasser, honestly, he's going to be one to compete with this season as well. He did really well last season. Him and Trent Ringler both. But Glasser this season, I feel like could be stepping up into the right direction.
Still battling here for second, and this is going to allow Todd Cray to get out to a bigger lead. Currently, he's about 0.3 of a second now, as now Bentley Glasser was able to get around Hunter Waters for the moment as they're still battling.
Yeah, out of turn 2, still side by side. Michael Trevarthen just right there on the outside as well, at 31, looking to the outside of 96. That is teammate, by the way, to Adam Mapp. Or not Adam Mapp, to one of our other drivers, Johnny Avila. So, by the way, Johnny back up to 9th right now, Todd.
Well, he was in 8th, and he did lose a spot to that 81. And I was just going to bring up, with him already being up to 8th, I wonder if that's because of the 2 right side tires compared to the rest of the field ahead of him.
I mean, honestly, yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm very surprised that they put 2 tires. I feel like you really didn't need them, personally. Now, maybe in the long run, it's going to help if we get that far. So that's something we'll just have to wait and see how it plays out. But Hunter Waters, by the way, able to clear Glasser once again.
Yep, and Michael Trevarthen has now dropped to 7th as Steve Unich and Ray Polking has gotten around him.
Jump back to that. Michael Trevarthen, by the way, dropping back a little bit. He's under attack now from Ray Polking in 26.
Yep, Andrew Sanders now passes Jeff Unich for 11th. Levi Poland now to 12th. Well, now he's battling with Brett Adams, as now he's into the 12th place. David Kamara up to 18th. A lot of good racing here tonight.
Quite a bit. That is for sure. Johnny Avila, Tyler Sawville side by side, working through the corner. And that 18 car, you got to watch out for Tyler Sawville as well. He's a good driver. He knows how to race here too. I haven't really talked a lot about him, but he knows how to get it done. Oh, a little bit of contact right there between the 8 and the 46. Going to send Ray Polking up the racetrack. And now falling in line behind Johnny Avila.
Meanwhile, up front, the field is kind of spaced out by about a car length in between basically the top 4 drivers at this moment. And I expect... I don't see Todd Cray extending his lead now. I kind of see it kind of staying this way for a while here if we can stay green.
I agree completely. That's the thing. Once this really starts to space out, once the tires really start to wear out, that's when these cars become a pretty good handful to drive. I mean, It takes a while. Don't get me wrong. We know that, but that's when you really gotta start paying attention a little bit to other things.
Now look at this. Hunter Waters is going to get a good run out of turn 4. Going to try to make a run at Todd Gray on the outside. Not going to have enough, but I expect him to have a good run off of turn 4. Or turn 2, I'm sorry.
Off turn 2. There's still Todd Gray, Hunter Waters. Waters did close the gap up. Not going to quite be enough to get there, but there he goes. Arcing it a little bit higher than what Cray's running right now. Trying to get a run off the corner out of turn 4. Here he comes.
As we got another yellow out.
Oh. Maybe Jeff Hunt. Maybe Levi Poland. No.
I do not know.
Oh, right there. Yep. The 8 and the 91 get together. A little surprising to see this. Andrew Sanders. Oh, no, the 35. I'm sorry. Gets into the 91. Really, the 8 had nowhere to go. Yep, not sure what that was about. Looks like Levi Poland cutting down a little bit on the driver of the 35. So there you go. That brings out caution number 3 here on lap 30. Definitely coming to pit road this time, Todd.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You see these guys coming down pit road. They're going to get some 4 fresh fuel goods and some, I guess you could say, some really good Sunoco fuel. I don't know how much Sunoco fuel costs Sunoco this time. Huh?
Virtual Sunoco gas.
Yeah, I don't know what I don't know what Sunoco costs per gallon here for these guys, but I'm sure it costs NASCAR a pretty penny.
By the way, we got a driver we can talk to. Patrick DeSaulnier. He is joining us from the Infield Care Center. Patrick, it's Adam and Todd up in the booth. You got a copy?
How we doing, boys?
Probably not. Well, probably a little bit better as you, to be honest. Man, really, there was just nothing you could do on that one.
No, there's nothing I could do. Didn't expect Ringler to come back up from the bottom of the track.
Yeah, we weren't on board with you. Talk about driving these cars, man. This is the next-gen car. We know that you like them, but honestly, it's a handful on certain tracks out there, it looks like.
I think it's fun. The draft and everything is so much more. It takes a lot more to break away from each other, so it's making the racing a lot more tighter.
For sure.
So everyone has to be a little bit more careful with that aspect of it.
Well, the good news is there's always next week when we go double header. So let me get your thoughts on next week when we talk about that. Sonoma and Vegas next week, it looks like. So what's your thoughts heading into there?
I'm excited to go play with these cars on a road course, especially with the independent rear suspension. It's going to be more like driving a sports car.
For sure on hopefully. That one, man. Well, we know that you definitely wanted a better finish than what happened right now. It's still sitting on pit road, hopefully able to get something done. We'll have to wait and see. But is the car killed completely, or?
Yeah, it seemed like it was pretty blown up. It had over 10 minutes of required, so.
Yeah, that stinks, man.
We'll bounce back. We had that stage win last week, so had some bonus points from that. So.
For sure, man. Any shout-outs you want to give out?
I gotta always give a shout-out to Infinite Hero. Gotta give a shout-out to you guys. And then everyone that helps out here in the league.
For sure on that one, man. All right, we'll let you go. We're going to pull in Cory Benton and talk to him. Sorry about your late, buddy.
No problem.
Thanks, man. Next up, we will talk to Cory Benton. Cory, it's Adam and Todd up in the booth, man. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Definitely not the way you wanted to start the Crumble Cookies 13. By the way, the car looks amazing. I will say that. Not so much now, but talk about what you've seen, man. Really, everybody just piled in, it looked like.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of sucks that second race in, and same thing happened to me last week. But I mean, we got some new drivers, and hopefully they'll learn from their mistakes.
For sure on that one. Talk about running this car. I asked Patrick the same thing. Of course, this is the next-gen car. Talk about running it here at Kentucky. I mean, really, it's basically like a mini Daytona for the first few laps, it looks like.
Oh, yeah. Turn 1, you can definitely run wide open. I'm not sure, like, practice, people were expecting you can, like, run wide open in turn 3 and 4. That's a tricky turn because a lot of people will start washing up, so hopefully we don't see more accidents coming out of that turn. For sure. Let me ask you the same question also. I just talked to Patrick about next week, double header time. We go to Sonoma and Vegas. Thoughts on that? Oh, I am hoping that these cars will be a lot better of a road car than I guess I should say the now Cup car, with all this downforce and all this body, whatever. But
Hey,
hopefully,
is it weird to get used to the 5 gears that's in this car? I know I had trouble with it at first, but have you gotten used to it? I mean, I'm guessing you have, but it's still kind of strange, I feel like.
oh, in practice, you could almost just run 4th gear
Really?
the whole race. I mean, there's not much of a 5th gear on this track, at least.
Right.
It's probably more of a super speedway thing, but who knows?
For sure, man. Well, any shout-outs you want to give out here tonight before we let you go?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to my team. I mean, I wish they were here. Never Lift Motorsports. I'd like to give a shout out to Kevin for this awesome paint now.
Does look good.
A couple people have commented on it, so want to thank him for that.
For sure. It definitely looks good, man. I like it. Sorry about your luck, dude, but you'll get them next week. Good luck.
Yep, thank you.
Thanks, buddy. All right, Todd, about to go back green flag here at Kentucky. That was good interviews, by the way.
Yeah, very cool to get them interviews in, as now we got a new leader. It will be Tyler Seville. He won the race off pit road, and it will be Tyler Seville and Josh Connors getting ready to lead the field to green. And green flag is back out in the air here at Kentucky.
Look at that launch. Wow.
Yeah, that's how you do it here in Kentucky.
Yeah, that's
but
something.
Now,
sorry, go ahead.
Now it'll be interesting to see how fast these guys can catch back up to him, because now he's so far ahead.
Yeah.
You know, is this going to really hurt him? I mean, how many laps do we have before the stage ends? I want to ask you.
Do we run stages tonight? Or is that just for the big track?
I'm not sure. I thought I heard
it got sent to me. It probably did. 3 wide, by the way, right now, Todd. Let me mention that first.
Yeah, and as we see, Tyler Seville now enjoying a 0.3 of a second lead. Currently did not hurt him that bad, as now Josh Connors with a huge run down the backstretch going into turn 3.
By the way, Todd, I just want to let you know. The field window tonight is around 50 laps. I did see that. That is what?
Another yellow out.
All right, we'll check to see what happened with that. That's the thing, man, with these cars. The 35 Jason Mullis went around. It looked like, I don't know if really nobody got damaged here. It looked like oh yeah, him and the 21 got together, or 27 got together pretty hard. Not sure what that was about. The 35 coming down straight on to the 27, which is Steve Unit. Steve probably not going to be very happy with that. I don't really know what happened. Not much damage on this car. I like that, by the way. The 27 car is nice. That's the first time I've seen it.
I do want to mention we did receive word that there are no stages here tonight.
Okay, cool.
So now the field's going to be bunched back up again, as we only had, 2 green flag laps in that one?
That's right. The stages are only at the Crown Jewel events.
Okay.
Okay, so that makes sense. All right. Bristol needs to be on his schedule, man. That's a Crown Jewel event.
Yeah,
and it's on schedule. I haven't checked.
I've always felt like Bristol should definitely be a part of that Crown Jewel.
I agree.
But
I think the Crown Jewels are. I think that this league, if I'm not mistaken, they determine which ones are Crown Jewel for the year.
I think so too.
Yeah, because I'm sitting here looking, at some of the races. Do you consider Martinsville a Crown Jewel though, like in real life?
I do.
I do too. I think now you kind of have to.
Bristol, yes.
Yeah, I think so in real life too. I think you kind of have to anymore.
Yeah, honestly, I know some traditionalists aren't going to like this, but
don't you dare say what I think you're about to say.
I honestly do not think the Coke 600 is a Crown Jewel.
Oh, yeah, I 100% agree with that. I think that race is boring. I know a lot of people are going to hate that. And they should. I'm just not a fan of the race anymore. I'm going to be honest with you. The race in there, to me, is Coke 600 is really boring. Me personally. A lot of people might like it, but that's me.
So here we go, working our third caution, I believe, of the night. It is still Tyler Seville with your lead of this one. In this one, Josh Connors running second still. Todd Cray now up to third. Hunter Waters fourth. Johnny Avila now back inside the top 5, running fifth. Darren Clement, haven't really talked much about him as of lately. Now running sixth. Michael Javarthan running seventh. Jesse Bonnell running eighth. Ray Polking ninth, and David Camara finally back up into the top 10.
Also, real fast, if you are watching this broadcast, take a quick picture of your sim rig, or if you're a driver watching, take a quick picture of you sitting in the cockpit. It does not matter. Send it to our Twitter page. I did link it in the chat a little while ago. You should still be able to see it on YouTube, and link it to us and tag us in the post, and we will show it on the air. It's pretty cool. No joke. I don't know if we can get Patrick's or not. Have you seen Patrick's sim rig?
I don't think I have.
Man, it is legit. Like, it's nice. When he sent it to me, I was like, holy crap. Like, it's a top tier sim rig in my opinion. It is that good. So hopefully we can try to get that posted or something, or at least get it for next week or something to show people. But anyway, pretty cool to do. Sure, thinking, you know how Coke does like the in-car driver video? I wonder how they do that. I need to set something like that up.
Yeah. What would you want to call it, though?
Like, I would just like to be able to show like the little window at the bottom of the driver that we're riding on board with. Maybe they'd have to probably go live in Discord, I would guess.
I think that's how they do it.
Yeah, it may be. Like a webcam or something. I'm not quite sure how that works, but I'm guessing that's what they do. By the way, Todd, if you was to pick a Crown Jewel event that you could win besides the Daytona 500, which would it be?
Oh, it would definitely be the Southern 500. Just
I agree.
Something about that track there in Darlington, it's unique.
Very
you know.
Yeah, I think if you could win that one, I know Daytona is bigger, but I think the Southern 500 to me is a tougher race to win.
I agree 100%.
I think there's more skill. I hate even saying that, but I think that there is more skill involved with Darlington. You got to keep your panels on that car.
Yeah, because, well, like you said, I agree with there being a little bit more of a skill running at Darlington, because the racing group is basically half of what it is at Daytona. You know, so
yeah.
So now the field is bunched back up, double filed. It will be Tyler Seville choosing the outside lane.
All right.
Josh Connor is going to be on the inside. It's going to be interesting because now Seville is going to have Hunter Waters pushing him for this restart.
So it's about that time, Todd.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Man, I don't know. Who knows?
I thought you were going to... Is it turn it up?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Guys, enjoy. We'll be back after this.
turning it up as we got a brand new leader, Jesse Bunnell. Finally was able to take the lead. Go ahead, Chetton.
Actually, I have my mic muted anyway. Definitely took the lead. Kind of a slide job that we've seen put on him, Todd. Something we seen the other night from some cars, but definitely not really expecting a slide job. But he definitely was able to take it. We was talking kind of during the break where I was mentioning it. This is a guy that I thought would have a breakout season when he did really well a couple of seasons ago in the Truck Series when they ran in here, and here he is right now pulling away. By the way, Todd, got a couple pictures I'm going to post up. What will be for me? This is what I'm looking at right now of all the live timing and all that fancy stuff. You guys can see it on the screen. Maybe. Anyway, you guys can see that on the screen. That's not the only one we got. We got some other ones as well, or one more as well that I want to post up because we was actually talking about it a few moments ago, and that was Patrick Cassonier. Did upload a picture of his sim rig to share with the broadcast. Pretty awesome to see that. Patrick's got one heck of a sim rig. And,
yeah, that is pretty cool.
Pretty nice. And there it is, popping up on your screen right now. Really nice. I'm not going to lie. It's a really clean looking rig that he's got set up. I think he's got like he's going to kill me, but I think it was either a 3080 or 3090 graphics card as well in that thing.
Wow.
So it's a beast graphics card. I know that. So
too wide here for second is Todd Cray looking to the outside. Right now, Johnny Avila going to help Hunter Waters going into turn 3. Todd Cray still looking to the outside. May have the run down here. Don't think it's going to actually happen as Avila does kind of tuck in behind Hunter Waters. Now he's going to look for second on the bottom. Not going to have enough.
I know Jessica, the girl that watches all of our YouTube videos of the ASL series, definitely checking in. It's Todd Cray up inside the top 3. Well, right around 3. He's inside the top 5. Battling for third right now. Very impressed with this 46 machine, Todd, of Ray Polking tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't talked much about him tonight, but he could be one of them dark horses come this season.
You talk about somebody that would really love to be able to get a win, and to be honest, man, I don't know if there's a few other guys that definitely deserve it as much. Patrick is one of them, and there's a few other. I think David Kamara definitely deserves a win, but I would love to see Ray Polking be able to pull out a victory here.
So here we go. It is Jesse Bunnell still leading, but looks like he's having a really tough time as he's working the high lane and the bottom lane to basically block the runs, just like you would see at Daytona and Talladega.
Yeah, I want to mention last week when Adam Matz got that win, he only led one lap in that race, and so that's pretty much it. So anything can still happen in this race. Do not count out a last lap pass here. I was here checking out some other Jesse stats. I know Jesse, I don't think he's led any laps this season. Actually, he made another round last week. He probably did. I just can't find his name yet. No, I know Jesse did. I thought he did. Anyway, we had 35 drivers last week. Jesse did. He finished 32nd. Had 35 drivers last week. 35 drivers this week as well. So pretty cool to see that. And just to mention right now, Adam Matz has locked his way into the playoffs. And looking around right now, Dodge, by the way, is the leading manufacturer in this series by 5 points.
3 wide back there. Sorry, as I kind of cut you off going into turn 1. That definitely has subsided for now. A lot of good racing here. A lot of hard battles going on.
Jeff
now,
Hollingsworth. Oh, I'm sorry.
Todd Cray looking for the race lead. Going to have a good run coming out of turn 4. Going to look to the inside. Jesse Bunnell going to lead that lap.
Did he lead it? Are you sure?
No,
it did not give it to him.
Okay.
It was close, but he's going to lead this lap, it looks like.
Yeah, as he clears that 96 with ease for now. Does not go up there and block that outside run.
Yeah, Jesse going to battle back. Yeah, me too. Jesse battling back, but here comes the 21. Todd, by the way, raced in the Grand National Series, the old Busch Series back in the day. Jesse going to be able to lead this lap.
Yeah, because now, look at, the outside lane has basically a 4-car
Push.
train, I guess you could say. Todd Cray still going to battle strong there on the inside. But ultimately, he will fall back.
Good battle there for third as well.
Yeah, good battle here. As now we see Bentley, or not Bentley Glasser,
Tyler Saville.
well, yeah, there you go. Tyler Saville now going to jump into fourth. Todd Cray now dropping to fifth.
Yeah, we can't count out Tyler, by the way. This guy knows how to race. That's what Cory posted on YouTube and said that Cory knows how to drive, or Tyler is a great race car driver. I agree. I think he could easily get a few wins this season.
Yep, still battling for second here. Johnny did kind of look toward the inside, didn't have a good enough run, so he still fell behind Hunter Waters here, but now Hunter Waters going to have a heck of a run coming into turn one. Kind of running that middle, I guess you could say, in 1 and 2.
Tell you something interesting here, Todd. We're going to be seeing green flag pit stops from a couple of these guys because Tyler Saville's been out there for 47 laps. Now, we have had some pit stops. Don't get me wrong. We've had pit stops happen. David Kamara having a decent run, by the way, even in that damaged O2 car. He's up to P10 right now. By the way, I just want to mention that right now there are still 24 cars on this lead lap. So
there you go.
Todd Cray having some issues. He falls back to P7. Jeff Hollingsworth has moved up. And some of these, by the way, like Jeff Hollingsworth, we see him moving up into 97. He's got fresher tires than some of these other cars.
Right.
You know?
So he's definitely going to be about, what would you say, about 5 or 6 mile an hour faster than some of these guys with older tires?
Yeah, right there. He was, not quite a tenth, but it was about a half a tenth quicker than our leader last time by. So keep your eye on Jeff Hollingsworth as he's starting to make up some time here.
So up front, it is still Jesse Bunnell.
We are past the halfway, by the way.
Look at this. Tyler Saville going to look to the inside of Hunter Waters. And that's the thing. These cars, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just the aero package that these cars have, but it seems like the looks like the runs come so quick that you literally have to take them, or if you don't, you're dropping back big time.
Yeah, honestly, this is a really strange race in a way. I haven't really seen much fall off in these cars.
Well, here in Night 4 we haven't had a long green flag run like we've had right now. So
you just jinxed that, by the way. Watch.
I probably did, but
you got to do it eventually, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, so we will get ready to see maybe Hunter Waters. I'm sorry, not Hunter Waters. Tyler Saville been out here for 51 laps, waiting to see if he will come down pit lane anytime. Once again, we've told 50 laps or so is that limit. So
and here we go, battle for first. Tyler Saville got to look to the inside. He's going to bring Hunter Waters with him. Jesse Bunnell going to run the top. You see if he can lead this lap.
We got it.
Yellow flag is out in the air.
Oh,
wow.
boy. Yellow flag. Not sure where that came from. We will take a look here and see if we can find it. Levi Poland. This is his third incident of the night, I do believe.
Wow.
Yeah, something happened here with the 91. Not having the night he wants. Let's see. Side by side with Jeff Hollingsworth. And if I'm not mistaken, yeah, he came down once again. I think he's actually came down twice on somebody tonight. Which is really uncharacteristic for him, I feel like. But here's the replay. Oh, never mind. 97 came up and tagged him. And that's what caused the yellow. And that was, by the way, Jeff Hollingsworth. Levi Poland was back in 20. He was back there somewhere. I don't know what position he was, but.
So there you go. I definitely jinxed it.
I told you. It always happens, Todd.
Oh, boy. So, yeah, we'll see some of these guys come down pit road. I definitely see, I mean, you were talking about Tyler Seville being out there for how long, you said at that point? Like 46 laps or something
Yeah, it's
like
been
that?
a minute, so he's been out there for, no, it was more than that, 54.
So yeah, definitely coming down pit road. Here we go. We'll see who comes down pit road. Looks to be basically about half the field so far, if not more. We'll check to see who wins off the pit. Man, I can't speak right tonight.
Fine,
See who wins the race off pit road.
Fine, sir. Now we'll be going high above here in the blimp team to see what happens. As we watch Tyler Seville on pit road.
Here he
comes.
Yep, here he comes. See if Tyler Seville can win the race off pit road. And yes, he will.
Got Johnny Villa, Jesse Manel comes out next after that.
Looks like Todd Cray is going to come out fourth. So, what do you think of the racing tonight so far, Chapman?
It's been, you know, honestly, it's not bad by any means. I think this is a new series, so we know that, not a new series, but this is a new car to drive, so everybody's still kind of getting used to it, I think. I think that's got a lot to do with the wrecks we're seeing. I see some guys really over driving, which is kind of surprising me, to be completely honest. That really surprised me. But all in all, the race has been good. It hasn't been horrible by any means. So, yeah, it is what it is right now, I think. Waiting, I'm kind of anxious to see how this is going to turn out here at the end, though.
Oh, for sure. I mean, we've got some good guys running up front here, as normally we do see, but I'm curious to see who can actually capture this victory tonight.
Yeah, especially late in this race where bump and run, especially here, really could be a factor, especially at this place.
You know, I'm kind of hoping we see a finish kind of like the Xfinity Series race at Bristol this past week. That would be awesome.
One of the best races, I think, probably one of the best Xfinity races I've ever seen, especially at Bristol. It's definitely one of the best at Bristol. Take that for what it's worth. I mean, there's a lot of good races happen at Bristol, but a lot of shades of Earnhardt and Terry Labonte in that race.
Oh, for sure.
Pretty cool to see.
Pace lights should be coming off next time by, as we got two guys looking for their wave around. When we do receive that, it will be Tyler Seville and Johnny Avila leading the field to green.
All right, so we'll be waiting here for just a moment. Who's the 06, by the way? I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's a Latvian. It's Timothy Bates. Yeah, he's getting a free pass car, so he will go around and get back on the lead lap for him.
Well, there you go. I always like when I get my lap back with some time to actually come back up through the field.
Made me so happy.
Yeah.
All right, so we will get ready to double up. Here they go. Doubling up has begun. We wait for the green flag to come back out here on lap 72 when the green flag comes back out. And make sure we don't have anybody in the infield care center. We do not. We'll make sure of that. So. Todd?
Yes,
I'm
sir.
starving to death. I ain't gonna lie. I'm hungry. I should have got me a snack for this one.
Yeah,
So,
I don't have a snack either, but
can you help me on that?
No, I cannot help you on that.
It's tough, Todd.
I mean, if I was there, I definitely would have made sure that you ate today.
Thanks. Yeah, Todd.
But well, that's because somebody else can't. So.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
Not doing her job.
I hear you. I'm in trouble.
Yep.
Thanks, Todd.
Well, you're not in trouble. They are.
That's true. Anyway,
Field working through 3 and 4, getting ready to see the green flag here. Like I said, it will be Tyler Seville and Johnny Avila leading the field to green as we're waiting for the green flag to come back out. Green flag back out in the air here at Kentucky. Lap 72 of 125. Tyler Seville had a good restart there, but Johnny Avila was able to basically fall in line behind him, and he's going to help Seville push himself to the further out away from the pack, coming out of turn 2 down the backstretch.
Todd, are you surprised by how fast these cars actually go, even with this lower horsepower package? These things are quick. I was sitting here watching this miles per hour, 180 miles an hour in these things.
Another flag up, yellow flag up in the air.
Ray Polking, Todd.
Oh boy.
I think. Let me double check. Yep, Ray Polking gets the big shot. Looked like maybe from the 28. Or 78, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. There'll be some words exchanged, I'm sure.
Yep. Could possibly evolve into something like Chase Elliott and Kevin Harvick.
Yeah, they definitely gonna be throwing hands after the race. So, caution does come out. Nobody's gonna go to pit road besides probably the cars that got wrecked.
Right.
But it looks like Ray Polking unfortunately got the worst end of that one. As we get set to double back up here in just a moment. Maybe a couple of seconds here, but.
Man, I like the looks of that 18 car. Kind of brings me back to who was it? The 15, I believe, in Days of Thunder. Kind of ran something similar.
Was that the orange car?
No,
15?
I think no, it was the Hardy's yellow and blue.
Yeah, it was what's his name? Russ Wheeler.
Yes.
Yeah, it does remind you of that in a way, don't it? I like how it does look like an old-timey look, like a throwback top look to it. Pretty cool. I want to check something. I think that they updated the rims on these things too to make it the single lug nut. They did. You can actually see the single lug nut now.
When they came out, they had the single lug nut.
I don't know. I thought I read something the other day that they didn't, but maybe they did. Maybe they just updated the look of them, like make them stand out more.
Maybe.
You like the single lug nut thing? I don't. That's one thing I don't like about it.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, like I like the
either.
next-gen car. I'm not a big fan of the single lug nut, on them.
Right.
I think it kind of takes away the pit crew's ability in a way, in my opinion.
Right, but you also got to look at the safety factor too,
yeah.
because these rims on these cars, supposedly according to NASCAR, are aluminum, and you can't have.
Yeah, they're alloy. You're aluminum alloy.
I believe so. You can't have aluminum rims held on by 5 steel lug nuts, because them things, as soon as they break, they just, they fly all over, and we can't have that in the grandstand.
I got multiple lug nuts from races and stuff. I mean, that is one good thing about it, though. I mean, it does get rid of a lot of debris that's on pit road that could cause flat tires. I think I was watching a race one day, and the lug nut flew off and landed in the jack, and the jackman couldn't jack it up. It's like, what is the chances of that? Like, it happens, though. That's the thing. Like, it does happen.
I mean, your chances are really, really,
yeah,
really, really rare for that to happen, but
it does happen.
It's not uncommon.
So, get ready to double back up next time, I believe.
Yeah, I definitely see Johnny Avila again have a launch just like the previous restart, to where he falls in behind Seville. Because now we're getting to that point where these guys are going to try to break this field apart to kind of basically give it like a, I don't know, I guess you say like half the field a chance to actually win. Because now we're going to have basically 49, 50 laps to go. And, you know, these guys didn't pit this time by, so that means before we get
that's a good point, Todd. These guys are going to have to hit pit road one time at least.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Cromwell checking this. Another early night, unfortunately, for the number 3. Yeah, unfortunately, that's kind of been the theme of a few people, it looks like, here tonight. I mean, still, though, we got literally 25 cars still in the lead lap, though.
Right.
But
so here we go.
That's the way it is sometimes.
Field going to be doubling up this time by. It will still be Tyler Seville and Johnny Avila leading the field. Jesse Bennell going to restart third. It will be, well, Hunter Waters, I believe, was in fourth. Everything kind of changed on me here. So it'll be interesting to see how this restart plays. As like I said before, I do believe Johnny Avila will kind of let Tyler Seville have a good jump and kind of falling behind him and push him out further away from the pack.
Let's get ready to go back racing, Todd. Let's do it.
you just the way you said that kind of reminded me of something that we used to say. And I know what you think.
I was checking Twitter to make sure we didn't have any posts. By the way, Patrick's graphics card is a ROG or RTX 3080, so it's a big graphics card. Pace truck drops in. Let me paint the pace car. Green flag set to come out.
Yeah, Tyler Seville looking for the green flag. Green flag back under the air. Seville with another good restart. And it does look like Johnny Avila will not drop behind him, as now he makes me a liar and drops in. He's going to have a good run out of turn 2. It'll be interesting to see if he tries to slingshot past Seville coming into turn 3. Will not.
Good
Johnny
battle here.
look
Yep,
to
here
the
comes the run.
inside out of 4. Going to give the bumper to him. Gonna push him.
We got one car in the wall, Todd, a little bit further back. He was able to keep it going straight. I'm not sure who that was.
Yep, no yellow as of yet. Basically a 3-car breakaway.
By the way, top 3, 2 of them are teammates with Jesse Bennell and Johnny Avila. Battle going to be right now for P4. Make that, yeah, we'll call it P5, I'm sorry. Josh Connors and 21 Todd Curry. How about David Kamara working his way up into 7th now?
Yes.
Good to see that team have a good run.
Yes.
Johnny
Avila looking to trying to get around Tyler Seville. And I think he's kind of peeking around to see if maybe his teammate behind him will actually help him. I would think if my teammate's behind me, he would help me, get to the front as well.
Depends what kind of mood I'm in.
Yeah.
You know that's true.
Yep.
Here we go, out of turn 2, down the backstretch. It is we'll call it a 4-car breakaway at the moment somewhat.
A few minutes ago, it was Bentley Glasser getting around Todd Cray for 6th. Basically, this, the front of this field has actually kind of went single file for the most part.
How about Josh Connors, even with a damaged race car up in 5th right now? We was worried about that. I was worried about the aero that would happen with these cars. I talked about it. You said that these cars are a lot tougher. So, you're seeing it right there that they are.
Johnny Avila still kind of looking around, trying to find a way to get around Tyler Seville.
Like Cory Benton and Patrick Rastani are both back out on track. Still Patrick might be able to grab 30th away, not for his 31st.
Good battle here for third. Hunter Waters looking to the inside of Jesse Bunnell.
Yeah, he's going to take that. Here comes Josh Connors as well in that 4 car alongside the 96.
Yep, the 4 car getting a good push by Todd Cray in the 21.
Very curious, Todd, if we stay green.
Bentley Glasser.
I'm very curious what happens if we stay green in this.
Yeah, I don't, like we said before, I don't expect everybody to make it to lap 125. As you said, the fuel run was about 50 laps. So
yeah, 50 laps is what I was told, so that makes sense.
Jesse Bunnell working on the outside of Bentley Glasser. As we got, well, it looked like we had, for a moment there, 3 wide through the trioval, heading toward turn 1. Not a thing anymore, but a good battle now for, looks to be about third, maybe even fourth, with Todd Cray and Josh Connors and Hunter Waters. But up front, it is still Tyler Seville holding this field off. And, you know, I didn't expect him to hold him off this long.
Honestly, no. I thought the draft would be big here, but it does seem like once you get a little wear on these tires, it does become a little bit tougher to pass. Maybe that's just clean air. Maybe that's just aero. I mean, we know this place can be bad with aero push and all that.
Yeah,
and what we mean by that, by the way, guys, if you are curious about the aero push, it just means that the car gets really, what would be the word, Todd? Heavy, I guess, whenever you try to turn.
Yeah, the nose would feel heavy, and then from there, it doesn't turn, it just goes straight.
Yeah, it just keeps wanting to go out to the wall. So, a little bit of a bump put on by the 21, pushing the 4 by the 63.
Josh Connors able to clear Johnny Avila for the moment.
Todd Cray is pushing everybody he can. He does not care. He just wants to go. He's just trying to figure out which lane is the one to go in.
Todd Cray now jumps up to third.
Todd Cray, by the way, started on the front row as our pole sitter. Not only that, by the way, Tyler Seville is up 17 spots. Want to mention that.
Wow.
Biggest mover of it out there is
going to drop back. 3 wide there. Bentley Glasser in the middle. Jesse Bunnell running on the bottom.
I thought we was going to go 4 wide.
I thought we were going to go 4 wide as well, but still 3 wide for them 3 at the moment.
David Kamara, he is up 27 spots, Todd, if he takes these away.
Wow.
That's impressive.
Especially with how his race has gone tonight.
Yeah, he has honestly done a heck of a job. Staying out of trouble. Got a little bit of damage, but still managing to get that car up front and get a couple laps here in that 02. That's enough looking paint though. It's not bad. It's simple. I like it. Simple sometimes is better when it comes to paint cars.
Oh, I agree. And, you know, I'm not the world's greatest painter on the service either, but
That'd be me.
To me, that's what I basically like to do is simple paints. And I know if I want something a little more sophisticated, I usually go to you and say, hey, do this for me. And you're like, all right, twist my arm, you know.
Yeah, that's the way I feel. All right.
Ooh, a little bit of a blink from Tyler Seville, our leader. Hopefully that kind of smoothens out for him. As now Jesse Bunnell was able to get around Todd Cray for the moment. Bentley Glasser now looking under the 21 machine, as well as Hunter Waters with a good run out of turn 2.
Yeah, good racing all around so far.
boy, that was a little close.
Somebody hit the wall. I heard somebody just kill the wall, and I don't see no speed dropping, but somebody definitely scraped the wall. I'm not sure who it was.
Well, the 7 just about took out the 21. And it may have been the chain reaction because of that actually had somebody.
Yeah, I scraped the wall a little bit further back, yeah. Still a good race up front for second place. Jesse Bennell, Johnny Avila, Bentley Glasser, and Todd Curry. Meanwhile, our race leader, Tyler Saville, checking out over the field here in this one so far.
Yeah, currently enjoying almost a 0.4 of a second lead. Going to get around a lap car. Lap car is going to basically stay out of the way, which is always a nice thing to have when you're a leader.
Yeah. Most time you won't do that if you're only a lap down, but if you're multiple laps down, there ain't no point of fighting too hard. Trying to figure out where Tyler finished last week. I don't think he ran last week, though.
Yeah, I don't think he did either. I don't remember seeing his name.
Oh, okay, he did, by the way. He finished 13th. His name on Dan Lease is Joseph Saville, so that's why. There you go. But Jesse Bennell, look at Jesse closing this gap back into Tyler.
Yeah, I mean, we've got basically a 5-car train now. Everybody running single file. And as I say that, the train basically gets a little bit bigger. But
yeah, right now, I mean, how many cars are really in this little group right here? There's a few.
Oh, I'd say at least maybe 8 or 10, if not
10.
more.
Yep, 10. Johnny really getting
battle
past.
For second.
Yeah, look. Yeah, we can say a battle for second between literally everybody that you see in the picture. I mean, pretty much.
Bennell was able to hold off Bentley Glasser out of that battle.
Battle for third, now 3 wide, 24-63 and the 21. Todd Craig going to try to take advantage of that. Looks like he will be able to. Todd Craig up third.
Yeah, and all of this is happening, and look at this. We've got another lap car coming up in front of the field. I'm curious to see where that lap car is going to be able to go, because we see these guys, basically racing here 3 wide for fourth. That's going to make things a little bit tighter.
I'm sitting over here using my crew chief brain, thinking about fuel mileage. 28 laps into this run, we know that we can go 50. Man, it's going to be close. It's going to be really close. I mean, we got some guys a little bit further back, like Darren Clement. Literally, we know 100% he can make it because he's got 22 laps. This thing, if people start running out, Clement may be in the seat. Just saying.
Well, that's kind of some good end of the race drama that we can actually look forward to. Johnny Avila got to run way up the racetrack. Turn 2 won't hurt him as much. Still going to hold that 4th spot for now. Meanwhile, it is Tyler Saville still leading this field, coming to lap number 99 on the board.
There you go, lap 99 on the board this time. We were coming down to 26 to go. Next time at the line, single file right now, all the way through our top 10, all the way back to David Kamara. You can see him right there. And that is where the line will cut off. By the way, still in the lead lap, 24 cars on the lead lap. By the way, Patrick Desaunier was not able to jump up and take 30th. I just want to mention that, as he has called it quits, it looks like, for the night as well. But here we go. Oh, Jesse drove it in a little flat that time.
Yeah, and that could ultimately help him lose his spot to Todd Cray if he could actually get a good run.
Well, Todd's going to arc it in a little bit higher this time to get to that black strip that you see. By the way, just a little update on the weather for these last few laps. 90-degree track temp still, so track temp has not changed at all.
Do want to mention a little bit further back, it was Bentley Glasser jumped up the racetrack, and that allowed Josh Connors to get around him, as now David Kamara able to jump to ninth.
Here's a look at your caution count, by the way. 6 cautions so far for 25 laps out of the 100 that we have ran. And still 24 laps to go when we get back to the line. Tyler Sawville is your race leader. He's been out front now for 48 laps here in this one. 12 lead changes so far.
Not a race so far.
No, it's been pretty solid. It's been Kentucky. I mean, this is what I like about Kentucky. It's not necessarily... When we've had our share of accidents, we've had our share of big wrecks. That's the thing. But for this next-gen car, I think it's been... The race has been fantastic, honestly. It's been close, and that's kind of what I was kind of anxious about watching, to see how close the racing would be with this next-gen car.
Right, and I mean, it's not just with these guys either.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere. The racing that we've seen has been pretty solid.
All right, back up towards the front. Tyler Sawville still leads the way. Michael Varkin, by the way, starting to show up here a little bit late in this one. He has just taken away 5th a moment ago in the 31 car.
Nice looking car.
I like that. I like that a lot. Brickworks on the front.
And he's another one of them guys that could actually sneak his way up to the front and win this one.
Yeah, Trevarthen don't get enough credit, man. He's such a good driver. I've raced against him plenty of times. I've known him for a little while now, but he is such a good driver. I broadcasted so many races with him in them. He just hasn't had a lot of luck, to be honest, and we've all been there, of course. Passing seems like it's getting a little tough here, though.
It does. I mean, look at this right here between the 21 and the 63.
Yeah.
I mean, that's your proof right there. That is so hard to pass here.
Really close, yeah, really close.
Racing there.
Craig going to give up probably 2 spots here. Yeah, he's definitely going to give up 2, maybe even 3. Here's comes the 7 of Hunter Waters to his outside as well.
And that's one thing we actually have not seen much of tonight. What we call that is side draft. Basically, what these guys will do, they'll come real close to each other and
Todd,
kind
I
of
don't think they make it.
off.
I don't think these guys can make it. We're 37 laps into this one on this stint. 10 more laps, we're going to be at 10 more laps, we're going to be at 47. I'll be honest, I don't know if we can make it to the end.
I mean, the longest green flag run that anybody has actually stayed out on was 54 laps, and that was Tyler Seville.
Yeah, but we had a lot of cautions during that too.
Yes, sir.
We had 3 cautions, I think, during that stint. So I'm gonna be honest. I think Darren Clement right now. This may change everything right there. We seriously may be looking at a complete different ball game here before the end of this race.
For sure. So here we go. Michael Trevarthen looking under Hunter Waters coming to turn 1.
Pit stops, David Kamara.
Good move by David Kamara to come down pit road.
Do it early. Why not? Taking 4 tires, by the way.
I see this group that has stayed out. I see them coming down, maybe not all at once, but I do see them breaking up over the next couple of laps.
Another big move just happened. Another big move just happened. Jeff Hollingsworth, who has a little bit fresher tire, or a little bit on the same strategy as Darren Clement, just passed Darren Clement a moment ago. So Jeff Hollingsworth right now may be the only one Darren Clement that may not have to hit. Oh, I like these kind of races, Todd. This gets intense.
And while we've got those going on, the battle for the lead has definitely heated up again as Jesse Bennell bringing Johnny Avila with him and everybody else.
Well, I won't go on board and see if I can hear anybody lifting.
And all of that's going to happen, and we've got 3 lap-down cars ahead of Tyler Seville, so that's going to make things a little bit more harder for this 18 car.
Oh, check this out. Darren Clement is lifting. He's shutting the car off. That's
he's
why.
fully committed.
Yeah, he's fully committed. I think these guys are a lot shorter than we think. That's why Hollingsworth was able to get around him.
We'll keep an eye on
boy.
that.
Todd, I think we're going to have to see pit road. I really do. I don't think these guys are going to be able to make it 50. I mean, we're 8 laps away from being on lap 50.
Right.
That's still, they're going to have to go 55 or 56 laps. That's tough.
I don't know if they can push it.
Yeah,
that far.
I don't know either. You're going to have to start saving now if you're, that's why Darren started saving, I think, when he did.
Meanwhile, the field still stays out, as now Tyler Seville was able to kind of give him some breathing room getting through that lap traffic.
You see the 89 right there, by the way. Just want to let down. That was Jeff Units, unfortunately. Jeff not having the greatest night here tonight. Good driver, just not a great night. Got caught up early, I think, in the number action.
And sometimes that actually happens, and
Yeah.
those are the races that I really do not like.
Andrew
the most.
Sanders on pit road. So there's some guys that noticed it. Hey, we're going to have to hit pit road. Battle for the lead, Todd.
Yeah, Jesse Bunnell looked to the inside of Tyler Seville. Wasn't going to have enough, but here comes Johnny Avila going to push the 96 going into turn 3.
Got both teammates, by the way, the 96 and the 63.
Still single file for the 18, the 96, and the 63. Lap number 114 is on the board. Still kind of waiting to see if
Pit
these
stops.
guys come down pit road.
Todd Craig, Josh Connors, both on pit road.
Now, that's a great move for them to. What they do not need is a speeding penalty or to have some issues coming out of pit road. If they do not have any of those, I guarantee them guys may have a chance at winning this if these guys decide to pit
road. So we're starting to see some guys inside this top 10 pit, Todd. Oh boy.
Yeah, meanwhile, look at this. The top 3 that are out there right now, I mean, especially Johnny Avila. I believe Johnny is trying to save as much fuel as he can because he's backed off of the 96.
I'm going to tell you right now, watch Jeff Hollingsworth and Darren Clement. These guys are right in line with each other, 8th and 9th. Well, I'm having some blinking issues.
Yeah, Tyler Seville having some really bad blinking.
I'm blinking all over the place, like all over through the field.
Oh, really? Yeah. So am I.
I don't know what's going on. Is the server going down?
Johnny is not, by the way.
Yeah, there's something going on with the server right now in iRacing because literally this thing is crashing. Like everybody's blinking on my screen.
Well, this is not good.
Like my Q bar is lighting up red on iRacing side.
Yeah, mine is starting to do that as well. This is not the kind of drama we wanted at the end of this race. I mean, my ATVO is lighting up like a Christmas
Yeah, mine
tree
is
right
too.
now.
It's crazy right now. I don't know what's going on with the server, guys, but there is issues. As we try to do a finals race.
I think it's kind of smoothened out now. Well, maybe not.
It's weird. Everything's crashing. I don't know what's going on. It does look like it has smoothed out. I don't know what was going on there, Todd.
Well, for the first time in my career, I'm actually going to say this. I'm going to bring up Derek's dilemmas. iRacing, fix your servers.
That was bad. Meanwhile, we got some guys. Jesse Bunnell out front. Tyler Sawville on pit road.
Yeah, this is going to hand over the lead to Jesse Bunnell. And Bentley Glass are going to jump to third. And like you had talked about before, Darren Clement and Jeff Hollingsworth now running 7th and 8th.
On board with Jesse. I want to see if he shuts his car off. No, he has not shut the car off. So I think he's going to have to. He's running out. Here he comes. I hear it stuttering. No, he did not run it out. I heard it stuttering. I thought he was running out right there. Maybe it didn't stutter. Maybe that was just him picking up the throttle and releasing it some.
Look at this. Johnny Avila running second. He's fallen all the way almost to 5 seconds.
He is clutching, by the way.
There you go. He's fully committed on trying to make it.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
I don't know. We got 6 laps to go. Coming to 5 this time.
Here comes the 96.
Yep.
Johnny's only gonna be able to stay out maybe 1 or 2 more laps. There's no way he can make it.
No, and if Johnny does decide to come down pit road next time by, that will leave the lead to Bentley Glasser.
Yeah, this is gonna get close. Like this could be an upset here, Todd.
Well, I know you had talked about before, but Darren Clement now jumps to 3rd.
Yep.
This could be the guy to watch.
Yeah, he does not have to save, by the way. He is good to go. Here's Johnny, by the way. Johnny may be hitting pit road right here out of turn 4. He's nope. Wow. 4 laps to go. Come on, Darren, get you one. I want to see it.
Currently trying to ride on board with Johnny Avila. And he's downshifting.
By the way, Bentley Glasser may be out of gas. Maybe, hold on. No, he is not out of gas, not yet. Is Johnny Avila on board? Go ahead.
Yeah, he's definitely downshifting, it sounds like, to try and save fuel.
I don't know what he's doing right now. I don't know how in the world. And it's a long shot, Todd. He's out there 54 laps right now.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Bentley Glasser is definitely closing in on him. Now the lead has dropped from 3 seconds here. Down to 2 seconds.
Steve Unich gets around to 32. That's a big pass. They're both on the same strategy.
And now, I mean, we can see.
Oh, yeah, Johnny's not making this. He's clutching all the way through the corner now, like all the way through the start-finish line.
Yeah, now his lead is down to 0.4 of a second. He's not going to be able to hold Bentley Glasser off.
Can Glasser even make it?
There we go.
You better watch out for Steve Unich right there. Here comes the 27.
Yep. Steve Unich going to look to the outside.
How about James Durr, Todd? He takes 3rd.
Wow.
White flag in the air. Battle for the lead.
Bentley Glasser still holding off. Steve Unich.
Oh, you got to go if you're the 24. You got to push it now. You cannot lift.
No. Oh.
He's out.
Bentley Glasser's out on gas.
Steve Unich takes the lead. Wow.
Coming into turns 3 and 4 for the last time. Steve Unich with the last lap pass. Going to pick up the win here at Kentucky.
32's out of gas.
Fashion.
32's out of gas as well. He's trying to take 2nd away. It's going to be a nose at the line. Who's it going to be?
He got it.
He
did not.
Yes, he did. Darren got it.
Yep.
Oh,
wow.
my God. Wow.
Well, you said it was going to be close. Didn't expect it to be that close.
That was a heck of a race. I've always said Steve Unich is the best fuel mileage guy in here. I've said that ever since the trucks. He proved it there.
And tough break for Bentley Glasser to be a half a lap short.
Yeah, tough break for Tyler Sawville as well. But that's fuel racing, or fuel mileage racing. Anything can happen. We're going to talk to him right now. We're going to pull in Steve Unich, who gets the victory here tonight at Kentucky. The number 27 does it on a last lap pass again, Todd. Just like last week, except this time it's done at Kentucky. Steven Shadman, Todd up in the booth, man. You got a copy.
Hey, how's it going?
That was probably the best fuel mileage race I've ever seen, by the way. I've said it before, I'll say it again. One of the best fuel mileage guys in here is yourself. Talk us through the decision when you decided, you decided to pit on that last caution, and it definitely paid out.
Yeah, Jeff and I were just talking it over, and I don't know. It felt like with the way the race went, like it was kind of maybe a slingshot of it going caution free, but we did have that one long run, so we thought there was a chance, and we knew we could save enough. And we both had some damage and everything, so we're just like, yeah, why not? We'll just take the gamble, and it definitely paid off.
Talk about getting the win here, man, in this next gen car and driving here at Kentucky. It's an interesting car to drive with the field being so close.
Yeah, that's definitely one way to put it. I mean, it's going to take some adjustment, and even after doing this race, it's still, I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. Especially like the gearing, it's just so weird. Like it didn't seem like it was faster in fourth or fifth, and we've Jeff and I just figured, well, if we're saving fuel, throw it in fifth, and that's what we did, and saved a good amount of a tire there and everything. So could put down some decent laps at the end there to make up time, and it's just fun to win it anyway, and any way you win it, and the fuel mileage is always a kind of a fun one. So
33 spots gained, man. You started 34th and put it in victory lane. You know what to do. Shout outs and all that. First win this season.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't get a chance to do any practice laps, so I was like, all right, I'll start in the back, and luckily the car's easy to drive, and the track's not hard. Sorry. So yeah, I mean it's every mile and a half is pretty much the same. So knew enough probably from Charlotte, from the All-Star race to start off decent, and then the fuel mileage, didn't really take much, I guess, skill to it. You're just kind of riding around. So and shout outs, I guess, to the league for having a good finish here after kind of a rocky start. I mean, I think it's more proud to the car than it is the group of people here, and all of our great sponsors and you guys for the good broadcast.
For sure on that one, dude. Hey, that was fun. It was always fun to watch you save these or do fuel mileage racing. You're always good at it. Good job tonight, man. Congrats.
Thanks,
buddy. See if we can move him back up. I cannot move him back up, by the way, because I don't have permission for their channel, so I'll just move him down there. Next up, it is going to be Clement finishing. How about second, Todd, for Darren? We'll see if we got him. We do not actually have him. We got Bentley Glasser. We do have Bentley Glasser, so do not have Clement. That's okay, though.
While we're waiting to pull him in, Darren Clement definitely made it interesting coming to the line.
For sure. That is definitely a true statement. So next up, we will talk to Bentley Glasser, finishing P3. Bentley has had a baton up in the booth, man. You got a copy?
Yep, I got you.
Man, a P3 finish almost really made it competitive there. You made it 56 laps on a tank of fuel. That is cutting it pretty close on that one. How much did you have left? It looked like you ran out right at the line.
Oh, yeah, I ran out. Started sputtering out at 2, and then I can't believe I got third, actually. I was waiting for everybody to just come by me, but we must have had a little gap there.
For sure, man. It's got to be pretty nice. When did you decide to, I mean, really, everybody else pitted for the most part. You and a couple others, the only one that was able to really do it. But talk about the decision to stay out right there. That had to be a tough one to try to figure out what you wanted to do.
Definitely, and I was right on the edge, and I was saving the entire run when we were all lined up there, and I was saving for that bit. And then once people started pitting, I started turning the engine off and clutching it halfway down the straightaway. So I was going pretty slow and just barely made it. So it was a good race.
For sure, man. By the way, you also set the fastest lap of the race. I know that really don't mean much, but still a third place finish. Fastest lap set as well. Any shout outs you want to give out here tonight?
Shout out to my team, OGR, and thank you for broadcasting, and thank the league for putting this on. We had a lot of cautions tonight, but it was still a good race.
Hey, it was fun. It made it interesting for us. Good job tonight, buddy. Congrats on third.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. Next up, by the way, we do have Darren Clement, by the way. He is actually below us. I did not see him down there. Here we go. We got Mr. Clement here with us in the booth. Darren, you got a copy?
What's up, Adam?
Nothing much, man. You about was able to pull off a pretty big upset with these guys. Either way, still, you come home second place, not bad at all. I mean, you was doing pretty good all night for the most part. You was running mid-pack, and then you decided to pit on that last caution. And honestly, dude, almost walked away with the victory.
Yeah, just couldn't save enough early on. I didn't realize how close I was, and when I did realize, I started saving way later than apparently Steve. So congrats to Steve on being able to, just pedal it down and get that W. I mean, it was definitely interesting trying to run that last half of the race with a car that you want to hold wide open and you having to save everything.
What was the decision to come down pit road on that last caution? Did you guys know if you was go green it was going to be close? Did you already think of that, or was that just come down, fill up just in case that you, or what was the case of it? What was the choice of it?
I was watching the fuel mileage. I mean, we didn't get a full run, unfortunately, other than that final one. And looking at, my relative on my fuel, I was really close. So I made the choice to come in, top off. If it goes green, I'm going for it. And I walked out with a P2.
For sure, man. Well, you know what it is. Shout outs and all that. Best finish so far of the season. Just one spot short, but still a second place finish.
Yeah, I want to thank Pat here that runs the league for letting me come in and run this season. Thanks to the boys at East Coast Motorsports, my wife Nicole for letting me run, and to everybody here that's part of American Sim Racing.
For sure. Hey, good job on that, man. All right, Todd Chase. Thoughts on the race?
Man, I think we were thinking of this race being a fuel mileage race. I don't think we thought it was going to turn into something like that.
For sure. I think that I ain't gonna lie. It's cool to see Steve win. It would be pretty cool to see Darren pick up his first victory. And God knows how long that would have been cool. But all in all, the race was pretty good. I mean, we did have a few cautions, but not bad overall. Anyway, that's it for us tonight, guys. Anything else you want to say, Todd?
Do want to mention we do have our 1000th broadcast coming up. We are planning something to where we're going to have everybody on Trackside Esports try to do basically a broadcast like that, but we're still working on that. But other than that, I think we're good.
For sure. Y'all have a great night. Take care as always, and God bless.